Hello, thank you for joining me here today on my channel. My name is Judy Betancourt, and I have been a home loan advisor now for over 26 years. So I wanted to chat with you today. I want to continue the conversation that we started last week in regards to how do you get pre-approved for a home loan? What do lenders look at? What's important? What should I do? What shouldn't I do? So as I mentioned last week, the three components of getting pre-approved, what lenders look at is your income, your assets, and your credit score. So those are the three big pictures. What I'd like to do today is delve a little bit deeper into the income element and what that looks like. And so there's three different types of income that we look at and calculate your payments and qualifications and all that on. So they are if you're salaried, if you're an hourly employee, or if you're self-employed. So whichever three of those criteria you fit into, we can get you approved. So let's just start with the salary. So if you're salaried and you've been at we like to look, in all cases, we like to look at the last 2 years of what you've been doing, because what we assume is that if you've been doing that for the last 2 years, you'll probably continue doing the same thing. So, or it will continue getting better. So you're looking at, for salary, we look at your last 2 years. We look to see if you've been salaried the entire time. Do you get bonuses? And have you been at the same company for the last 2 years? If so, we just calculate your income, monthly income based on your last W-2 and what you're doing currently, and look and say that that's the income that you'll probably continue to receive or more in the future. So pretty straightforward on salary. On hourly, it's a little bit different in that if you're an hourly employee, you don't necessarily work 40 hours a week. And so again, we like it to look at the last 2 years of employment. We hope that you've been at your company for the last 2 years. If not, at least a year. For calculating out what your hourly income is, and so we can look to see what it would be monthly so we can do our calculations. So we're going to look at really focus on the last 12 months of income. Have you been working 40 hours a week? If not, what's your average? What's your hourly rate? And then if you work any type of overtime, we do look at the last 2 years so we can average that. So if you've been at your company for less than 2 years, probably not going to use your overtime, but we will average out what your hourly rate is and what your hourly income is for that. All right, so again, pretty straightforward. If you're working less than 12 months at the same company, there's ways of calculating that, but that's going to be more of a one-on-one conversation. And then the last is if you're self-employed. So if you are self-employed, you can still get qualified for a loan. There's a couple different ways of doing it. One is we look at your personal tax returns as well as your business tax returns in most cases. And we just look to see what your gross income is and then take out your expenses. We use your net income for qualifying you for the loan. Now, in some cases, self-employed people are not necessarily, their tax returns don't always show the whole story. And so there are alternatives to using your tax returns. They're called bank statement loans or profit and loss statement programs. So we use alternatives to verify what your income is. But whether you're hourly, salary, or self-employed, you can definitely get a loan. There's lots of different options. And yeah, so thanks very much for listening. I would love to help you with your home loan needs. Thank you.